Okay, I'm ready. Nothing like a crappy homemade sign to get the message across. Simple, but effective.
Y'all, we owe the Black community a huge apology.
In this video, we take a look at scenes from various protest centers in the United States of America. On April 5th, thousands of Americans flooded the streets of the United States of America to protest against President Donald Trump, Elon Musk, and his government. Now, these two particular videos caught my attention. One is from a black woman and the other is also from a white woman. Now, the black woman says that I saw so many white protesters heading to DC this morning. Someone even told me, I hope you are not going anywhere near the protest. Let us handle this. So that is what this black woman posted. Also, this white woman also stated that on a bus to Boston to protest against Trump and Musk, I am noticing how many 50-plus white women are finally stepping up and fighting back. And the look on their eyes is fierce and giving me hope. So these are some of the things that were posted on social media. Let's watch the following clip. Then we'll come back here and discuss further about it. But before we watch the clips, if you haven't yet liked this video, kindly like the video and also subscribe to the channel. Let's watch the clips together.
Breaking news from St. Joseph, Missouri, where behind me you can see there is a protest with over 100 people that are currently protesting Donald Trump and Elon Musk's takeover of the U.S. government. This is in conjunction with the Hands Off national protest. Over 1,000 cities signed up to participate in the Hands Off protest with over 100 people in attendance. This is a huge protest, honestly, for St. Joe's standards. This is the Northwest Missouri kind of coalition. There are still more people continuing to show up, as you can see behind me. Well, maybe you can see, there they are. But this is a huge thing nationwide, and I think it's really important that we continue to raise our voices every opportunity we have. So you're probably seeing me do a lot more on-the-ground stuff than you've seen in the past. Normally I've been kind of remote, reporting from home, talking about legislation, but I really think community organizing and on-the-ground events are where we are going to make change. I encourage you to find whatever protests, town halls, or local actions you can involve yourself in, because this is where tangible change happens, and this is where you can organize to get to know the people in your community that are thinking like you and taking the actions that you think are important.
Okay, so I am out here right now at the Hands Off protest in Washington, D.C. at the Washington Memorial, and the turnout so far is incredible. It's only 12:22, and there are so many people out here showing out with their support, with their signs. I'm taking some photos right now, and I'll share those later, and I want to show y'all the crowd. Like I said, it's 12:22. The speakers haven't started yet, but already the National Mall everywhere is absolutely packed. The turnout has been amazing.
This question is for anybody who is not an American. Anybody who is not in the United States. If you are in the United States and you want an answer to this question too, just a heart. Just give me a like. That way we know how many people want an answer to this. But do not comment if you are in the States. I want these comments reserved for anybody who is not an American, anybody who is not in the United States. Here's my question. What do you see? What do you see happening here? What is getting reported on about what is happening in the United States here? We need to know what you see, whether you're in Belgium or France or in Uganda or anywhere. I don't care if you're in China. Anywhere but the United States. What do you see getting reported about what's happening here? Please drop it in my comments. And then I would like to ask you a really important question. Since we here have decided to become 1930s Germany, who out there is going to become our 1940s America and save us from ourselves?
Good afternoon. Thank you as always for your kindness and for your insights. Actually, good morning, my friends. So we're coming to you live from the Hands Off National Day of Action here in St. Petersburg, Florida. There are going to be fellow citizens at 12 different intersections. Now, it's not supposed to start for 22 minutes, but you guys already understand it is on. My friends, take a look. This is just one intersection. Again, this doesn't start for 21 minutes. Carol is down there at another intersection. But guys, I sure hope that you take time to go to www.handsoff2025.com. There's a map feature. You can find a rally or protest that will be pretty close to you. So listen, to say we're making history is an understatement. We understand and appreciate that we are committed to always being kind and decent and fierce and credible, because we understand that the children are really always watching. We're their models. And what we're modeling today is a commitment to not only standing up for our democracy and standing up to Donald Trump and his assault on our rule of law, but most importantly, that we stand up to defend the fundamental principles and values of kindness and decency. I mean, meanness and cruelty have taken root in this country. We must stand up to all of it, my friends, and appreciate the fact that we are truly remaking America. James Baldwin will be so proud of us. So you guys be well. Let us know. Share pictures on social media of your protests where you are in the country, because again, be incredibly proud of the history we're making together. You all take care. We're in this together, my friends.
So I'm sure by now everyone has come across the April 5th protests and just seeing how people are gathering in large amounts. I think they said like Florida, thousands of people came out. Multiple states throughout the area have all these people marching, as you can see. But one thing I want to make very clear, while we're at home resting, I don't see one police officer. And the whole vibe is like a little social gathering. Okay, it's like a little, we're mad, yay, unrest. And there's no police presence whatsoever. And these things are getting massive. They're fucking massive. And I want to make it very clear that this is being allowed with zero recourse. I'm willing to bet everything in what's left of my 401k at this point that if we were out there, and by we, I mean, there would be so much discourse with the police, with us, with people, and those good old boys would have been marching against us. I'm telling you, there is a whole other side of that protest that is waiting on Black people, and it's not just the police. It's those people who are diehard Trump fans and diehard racists. I kid you not. But what's so interesting to see is how no one gives a shit. No news for real. Like, they're saying something, but they're not out there interviewing people for real. And it's like, damn, y'all really are waiting on Black people. Like, y'all need us to help you, but we fucking can't. Because if we do, that's when those good old boys are gonna be called and all that shit's gonna be shut down. So y'all doing good. Go you.
Hey, y'all, look at this crowd. Everybody! Donald Trump's gotta go! Guys, this is amazing. It goes all the way down and all the way up. Elon Musk has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Elon Musk has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Elon Musk has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Elon Musk has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Elon Musk has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. This is one of the most incredible experiences I ever had. The attendance is growing by the hour. This is amazing. Amazing to see how many people want to come out and fight for our democracy. democracy, to fight against the oligarchy, to fight against Elon Musk and Donald Trump. Dump Trump! Dump Trump! Dump Trump!
So people are out in the tens of thousands all over this country, and it's spreading across the world as well, protesting Trump and Musk and what they are doing in the U.S. government. As you can see, I'm currently in my house. So, as somebody who regularly speaks up about why I disagree with Trump and his administration and the things that they are doing, I wanted to speak to why I am not out there at a protest today. First of all, the closest one that I could find to me, because the one in my own city was canceled because there was something else going on here this weekend, is about an hour away. And it happens to be later in the day, later afternoon, evening, and I have an obligation through my job that I have to be at tonight and cannot miss. I know that sounds like a cop-out, but it is just where I am. But since I cannot be physically at one of these protests today like I wanted to be, I will continue to use my platform here, however far it can reach, to talk about why what our administration is doing right now is so problematic. I will continue to use whatever voice and privilege I might have to speak out against the injustices I see happening to groups of people across our nation. I'm going to keep fighting the unjust and racist policies that are allowing our country, our government, to snatch up and disappear people just because they are not from this country. I will continue to fight back against ableist, racist, and xenophobic anti-DEI practices that ruin our education system, continue to harm minoritized populations, and will remove access to education, healthcare, housing, economic equality, and more for Black and brown individuals in our nation. Also anyone who is disabled. Also anyone who is an immigrant. Also the poorest of the poor. Also any person that comes from any type of minoritized or disadvantaged population, historically speaking. They will all be losing rights. The rich will continue to prosper. The 1% will continue to rule. The chasm between the ultra rich and the lower class will continue to widen. The middle class will continue to erode and disappear. And we are all headed for authoritarianism, dictatorship, and a terrible existence. And we are watching the downfall of our country. And if people don't speak up against it, we are in for real problems. So even though I might not be out there in the streets today like I had hoped to be, I am going to continue to post videos today that fight against us. Even though TikTok is wildly suppressing my videos, I will continue to fight. Because at least this is one place where I can spread a message. And they can't silence me totally. So, to everyone who is out there today, I'm so proud of you. Please stay safe and thank you for what you're doing.
I'm here at the Hands Off protest in Florida, Pasco County. I expected to show up here and get maybe 10 people. I expected maybe 10 people. You need to see the scale of this. People are pissed. All the way down there and across the other intersection. This crosses 3 intersections on both sides of the street. People are pissed. We are done with oligarchs stealing our democracy.
Today in D.C., thousands of people are flooding the streets, not out of anger, but out of love. Love for this country, love for our neighbors, love for a future we're terrified of losing. These protests, these hands-off rallies, aren't just politics. They're about people, about moms who can't get their kids health care, about workers who are tired of being used up and tossed aside, about everyday folks screaming into the wind, begging to be heard. We're watching billionaires play tug-of-war with our lives, and we're saying no. No more. No more silence while public services are gutted. No more pretending everything's fine while democracy crumbles at our feet. This is what it looks like when a nation fights back with heart. When we show up, not because we hate what's happening, but because we love what this country could still be. So today, we stand together, we march with hope, and we shout, hands off our future.
So look, my people gonna be mad, but I came outside to see like how this protest is. This protest is about to start in like an hour, right? I just came by where the protest is at. I gotta find somewhere to take a whiz. It's nothing but old white people and veterans. Y'all hear that? It is nothing but white people. They're pissed. It's motherfuckers who Like one dude had a t-shirt. He said, I'm a recovering MAGA supporter. Bro, I'm about to look. I gotta go find somewhere to whiz and I'm gonna go back because I got work in a little bit. So I'm only gonna be here for a second.
This is inspiring. So there are hundreds and thousands of Americans protesting Donald Trump and Elon Musk across the country. Let's go through some of these pictures because the crowds are massive. So here is Boston, Massachusetts. Here is Nashville, Tennessee. Here is Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Here is Providence, Rhode Island. Here is Madison, Wisconsin. Here is Salt Lake City, Utah. Here is Chicago, Illinois. Here is Lansing, Michigan. Here is the Minnesota State Capitol. And here is Louisville, Kentucky. And guys, this is not just happening in the places I showed you. It's happening in every state. And these are huge crowds of people spending their Saturday protesting the Trump administration. And it shows other countries across the world that there are a ton of us who are just as upset as they are about what Donald Trump and Elon Musk are doing to America and the rest of the world. I love these protests. Keep them going.
Y'all, we owe the Black community a huge apology. And there are like a million different reasons why we owe the Black community apologies. But there's a specific one that I want to address here. In the last election, if you looked at the demographics of voters, take a look at that. You will see that it was Black people who tried to save this country. They showed up, they voted because they knew exactly what Trump was, and we failed them. And we failed this country. Despite their most valiant effort, there was just too many MAGA voters who wanted a king to rule the United States. And now, on April 5th, there's going to be organized protests all around this country, the Hands Off movement, to protest Trump and Musk. And I've seen a lot of videos from Black TikTokers who the theme of we're sitting this one out. We're sitting this one out. And and absolutely respectably, so why would anybody want to show up after trying to show up and being treated that way? Why? So now it's incumbent upon the rest of us to fucking show up this weekend. Look for your local protests, because some of you who voted for Trump, I promise you by now, you have also been victimized by Trump. So you voted the way you voted. You made this happen. But let's fucking band together and show up for the community that tried to support us. Also for ourselves too. We have to look out for ourselves because these politicians are not looking out for us. So check your local, our news outlets and look for where there are protests happening. There's one in Detroit this weekend. There's one in different cities in Metro Detroit. Show up. We have to protest this.
Welcome back. So in this video, we take a look at scenes and updates from the protest that is happening on April 5th. There are a lot of people who poured out on the streets in order to protest against Donald Trump and his administration. And these are some of the scenes from the protest that is currently happening. So all these people shared their opinions, and I really like the opinion of this white man who says that they need to render an apology to Black people, in the sense that if you look at the election results of the 2024 November 5th elections, you would see that Black people voted right. They voted for a candidate who would not take them through all these struggles. But a lot of MAGA voters were so many that the vote of the Black community did not count. So that is why they are finding themselves in this situation. So he says he wants to apologize to all Black people. Also, the white woman who says that she was seeing 50 plus white women who were also stepping up in order to protest, and seeing the fears in their eyes is something that gave her hope. Black people stayed out of this protest for obvious reasons. Now, after the 2024 elections, Black people said that they were not going to engage themselves in any of this activism protest, and so therefore they stayed out of this particular protest, and I think this has yielded some results. Now, Black people have always complained about things that goes against their community, but it looks like majority of white people have not paid heed to it until the same problems are also befalling the white community, and they are now protesting against this. This protest, majority of them were all white people. Black people did not join. So you see how it was quite peaceful. There wasn't any police unleashed on them in order to cause any mayhem over there. Let me know what you also think about all these in the comment section below, and don't forget to share this video with your friends and your family on other social media platforms like WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, and other social media platforms. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Just click the subscribe button down here. Click on the subscribe button. Click as well on the notification bell, and I'd like to see you again in my next video.